Okay, guys, so hey again. Welcome back to my channel and the next video that I am going to be uploading. So last time you guys heard from me, I said my next video was going to be a necklace, and rather than make any old random necklace from any of the number of beads that I have, I said, you know what, I'm going to make a necklace that matches a bracelet that I've made previous in a previous video, as well as earrings. So it's literally going to be the full set. Now, I call the bracelets with earrings that I make a set, but for me, a full set is going to be if you have the earrings, the bracelet, and the necklace to match. So now I'm going to make the necklace to match a set that I made before, bracelets and earrings. And if you guys are noticing, these are my white on black, black on white beads with the, I call them the flying saucer spacers. And this is going to line up perfectly with the black on white beaded not necklace, bracelet and earring set that I made in a previous video, right? So this is me wanting to test drive how I would make a necklace. Now I'm also noticing that with the necklaces, more so than with the bracelets, I'm going to need to get some pendants. So that's definitely going on my to-do list for the next time I buy bracelet supplies. And yeah, I may revise this design, and when I say revise, I may just add a pendant of some kind to this when I buy them. It's probably going to be like in the last couple of seconds or a minute or so of another video, an upcoming video. I will definitely let you guys know, just so you all are able to see what the finished product look like. Okay, so I measured the wire, the jewelry wire, for the length that I prefer. Now I'm making for my preference because I'm just getting started. I'm figuring out what is going to work, what is not going to work for me. But when it comes to necklaces, I don't like them too close to my neck, which is weird because it's literally a necklace. It's supposed to be on the neck. I just don't like it feeling as though it's going to choke the life out of me. And so when I measured for, well, to cut this, because again, I don't have prior experience, I measured around my neck, and for the depth in terms of my décolletage, aka that lovely valley between the top of the lovely valley betwixt the boobs, that is what I measured for. I love a necklace that rests right at the top there, so it's not up at my collarbone, it's literally right at the top of my décolletage, and it feels, for me, that feels good. Okay, so basically, as I said, I measured for that. So the first thing I'm going to learn, or rather do per previous videos. Oh, and I just realized I did not put in the wire guard. Give me a quick second, guys, because now I need to go play hunt, hunt, look, look. Oh, there it is. So, found it. Biscuits and cheese. This thing is very difficult. Okay, and again, we've spoken about me and my lovely not so much fat fingers, and that sometimes it's just easier for me to use the tweezers, and I have like 4 of them, as I showed you guys in a previous video, so we're gonna be okay, right? So the first thing I want to do, 1 crimp bead, and then I am going to, hold on, let me scooch this forward. So 1 crimp bead, and then I'm going to shoot the end of the wire through the wire guard, one end of the wire guard, and then I'm going to plug it right back down. And okay, and I didn't even have to try, which is so weird, to get the wire through the other end of the crimper, or rather the crimping bead. So what I'm going to do, right, so I got that in, but again, I'm trying to be as exact as I possibly can, and that is not the exact that I wanted. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hold on. Okay, that's not bad actually. But not bad is not quite good enough. And again, I'm trying to get better at this, guys. So please bear with me. So what I'm going to do now, so what I am going to do now that I have the end of this in there is I am going to hold this. I'm going to squeeze it down one way. Now, that's not, bingo. That's the crimp I wanted, right? So I got my crimping bead on, so my end is locked. But as I told you guys, or as we established in a previous video, yeah, that almost doesn't count for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bead, bingo, the bead cover over it. And I am going to now I'm going to get it done. It's just a matter of how I get it done. Yep, that'll do it. Right, so I've gotten it better. And I think this is the neatest I've put it on since I started doing this. So kudos to me. And I'm also going to take it a step further, and I'm going to clip off that lovely little bit. Now, it's a necklace, guys. So it's going to I'm going to start from this end of my beading tray, and I am going to go through. Now, I'm realizing a couple of things. So I think I would have told you guys previously that I'm using the lovely 48 megapixel quad camera on my phone. But when finances permit, I am going to see if I can get a different setup. Just to be able to change the angles and such. It works fine for now. But again, if we are about learning and we are about growth and about just becoming better in general, then I need to up my game. And upping of the game is going to cost upping of the game money. So we will see what that looks like when the time comes. But I'm definitely wanting a different effect for when I am able. So yeah, that's that. So this one is going to take a minute. One, because of the size of the beads, and two, because of the quantity of the beads, right? And remember, this is not a bracelet, Lord Father. This is a necklace that I am design that I'm test driving, because I've made the earrings now and I've made the bracelet, and I want to see what a complete set is going to look like. And again, for those of you who don't know what I mean by that, I've made earrings and bracelets to match based on the bead designs that I've done in previous videos. And now I am going test driving. This is the first necklace that I'm making. Can I do custom orders? Yeah, I probably can. With custom length, or just, the standard necklace length. That's information that is going to be readily, available and such online. Biscuits, right? But, yeah, I've done the length of the bracelets that I have done thus far are based on my measurements. So I've made them for me. If I have to, or if it is requested, hold on there, if it is requested that I do, and we started, yeah, so if it is requested that I do like a custom order of a particular length, based on the measurements of someone else. That is not going to be an issue. It is not going to be a problem. It is just going to depend on the color scheme they want, the design, you know, all of that fun stuff. But it is definitely in the realm of possibilities. So I want to put on the spacer and I want to show the progress that I've made thus far. So I want this to go all the way down, right? And so what I want to show you guys in making it come all the way down, there you go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, this is what I wanted. So I want you guys to see. Okay, and specifically I want you guys to look all the way down at the end here. All you're seeing is the wire guard. All you're seeing is the knot cover. You're not seeing any wires or anything else coming through. It's just looking beautiful, in my humble opinion, thus far, right? And so we're going to go ahead and we are going to continue just getting our beads on. We know that once the beads are on, then the fun, not so much, for me begins, which is to get the other crimping bead on, the other wire guard on, the jump ring, and or the lobster clasp. I'm definitely going to be looking into other clasps that are easier to do one-handed, or with those of us mere mortals who are not ambidextrous, meaning we can use right or left hand with equal levels of dexterity. It's challenging to put on a lobster clasp. I mean, I like them for the security. Usually when prior jewelry that I've worn, and I've worn it with and the chains or whatever had the lobster clasp, it is not the most fun experience to put on, but I have a stronger degree of confidence in terms of my stuff's not gonna fall off while I have it on. Again, I just like the strength of it, but I even like the look of it. But in terms of it being the ease with which I can put it on, it ain't fun. I'll be real honest with you. It is not fun, right? So definitely something to keep in mind. And as I said, it doesn't have a pendant. I just wanted to get started, and so I went with my first choice in terms of my preference, so what I had already saved in my shopping list. But I'm definitely feeling, as I'm stringing this necklace together, I'm definitely feeling as though I want to go ahead. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling as though I want to go ahead and get some, what you call this thing? Oh yes, pendants. Definitely feeling like I want to go ahead and get some pendants just to some interest. I definitely want to play with some smaller beads. Definitely want to play with some bigger beads. I saw these beads on this site, and I'm looking at the size of them, and I'm thinking those might be, if it is I get the chandelier pendants for earrings, I'm thinking that those smaller beads would be easier to, you know, make something with. I'll probably order some, see what it looks like, see what it feels like, and then make a particular decision at that point. Okay, so right off the bat, guys, in fact, I'll show you guys in a minute what it is I'm talking about, because I'm already seeing where I'm going to need more beads and more spacers for this lovely necklace. But I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a quick minute. Let me just finish put on the last one for now. Now, here's the thing, guys. Can I, quote unquote, complete this necklace as it is? Yes, I can. The problem with that is that it is going to fit almost like a choker, and I'm not going to be comfortable with that. And as I said, everybody has different everybody has different preferences. Me, I want to be comfortable, and so I am looking at the beads that I have, and I'm already able to tell you that I do not, at least I do not think I do. Let me stretch over here real quick. No, I don't. Oh, actually, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. Yeah. Yeah, this will work. This will work just fine. Okay. So at first I was uncertain because I've cleaned out my white and black monochromatic beads and such. At first I was uncertain that I would have enough, and then I remembered I had some more black on white beads in another bead case, and so I'm literally in the process of pulling these beads out and running them here. And what I'm doing is basically I'm laying them out. I would rather, let me put this one back, I would rather have too many beads out and then have to put them back than not have enough out, which is what has happened, as you guys can clearly see. And so right now I'm just taking out the remaining white on black beads that I have, and I'm setting them here because again I want to make sure that I'm able to finish this necklace, that I have all the beads I need to have in order to finish this necklace. Alright, and then I'm probably going to take a lovely nap afterwards. Again, those of you who know me, you know that I'm always in support of the lovely nappy nap. And based on the spacers that I was using, let me see if I have enough spacers, and that's the next trick. Because again, I don't want to be all over the place with my design. I want it to be as cohesive as possible. If it is I'm doing a particular design, a more rustic, as the chefs on Food Network say, if I'm doing a more rustic, or is it bohemian if it's jewelry or articles of clothing. So I'm trying to make a particular type of design, and the pattern was every 4 beads a spacer. So this is me counting every 4 beads we have a spacer. And again, it's perfectly possible that I will not use these remaining beads and spacers, and that is more than fine. As I said before, I would rather have too much. I would really rather have too much than not have enough. Okay, so I have 2 extra beads here. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in another, what do you call this thing? Another case that I have here. And I'm going to put back the remainders of the flying saucer spacers that I was using. And so I'm going to get this back, and I am going to continue threading. Let me slow down my speech. When I get excited, my speech slows up and sometimes I mince my words, right? So continuing the process of threading the beads onto the jewelry wire. I'm really excited to see the finished is it? I'm looking. Yeah, it looks at about the same size. Yeah, I was just checking to make sure. And I think what's throwing my eyes off is the fact that, yes, these are black on white beads, but the patterning of the black on white is slightly different to those that I was using before, right? So I think that's what threw me off, because the size is essentially the same. And nothing is 100% perfect, but again, the size is the same. Are we looking? Are we still going good? I love it. Yeah. And as I said before, guys, I am making this necklace to my preference. If you guys are looking to make your own, you make it to yours. Remember, the whole idea of custom jewelry or handmade jewelry is, one, you're making it by hand. A machine ain't making this, you making this. And yeah, you make it to your preference, right? And if it is you are making for other people, you adjust based on whatever the design request was. You adjust to suit, right? But for right now, this is being made for moi, and so the length is being made for what I like, right? So there is that. Oopsie, you come right back. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Spacer. Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I do not believe I'm going to use all of the beads and the remaining spaces that I've laid out. But that's fine. Remember, I told you guys that I wasn't sure that I was going to. So, yeah. And again, for those of you wondering why so many beads, I think it's the size. I think the smaller the beads, the more space it's going to take. The bigger the beads, the less space it's going to take, okay? So far, this is what we have. Yeah, so far this is what we have, and I'm definitely happy with how it is looking so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on one more spacer, and I'm going to put on one more round of beads, and then we are going to begin the process of quote-unquote closing things off or tying things off on the other end of this. And remember, I told you guys I would rather put too much out and not need it than not have enough out and then have to be struggling after the fact. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely comfortable. I'm definitely satisfied, and I'll show you guys the finished look when it's done. So the next thing we're going to do, and you all know how much I love this. No, I don't. I really don't. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the crimping bead on, and then we are going to run the wire for our necklace base through the wire guard, and then we are going to take the other end of the wire and we are going to pull it through. And as I've showed you guys before, even though this is probably not what oh biscuit, come here, or what it was designed for, I use the crimping shears. Yeah, so I use the crimping shears in order to tighten things up at the other end, right? So I'm pulling, not pulling. Yeah, actually I am pulling, let's be real. All right, hold on. Okay, so first things first, and this is another lesson I've learned. Once you've pulled it through and you've gotten the desired tautness, right, the desired tightness, for lack of a better word, before you clip off any excess wire, please, pretty please, you are going to want to, hold on, this looks like I could tighten it just a little bit more. Yeah, so right, so we do that, and then what we are going to do is we are going to use the lovely crimping shears or crimping pliers, call it whatever you want, but use it to the best. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Right, so use it to the best of your abilities. And again, this is homegirl being OCD, but what I'm going to do is before I clip off the excess to, use my finishing move, so to speak, I am going to make sure I put on the bead cover. Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure. No. I don't need you turning at an angle. Yeah, I don't need you turning at an angle. There you go. Hold on. There you go. That was it. No, just come on. There you go. Right. So I'm satisfied with the anchoring of that. And now I am going to, where's that wire cutter? Right. So we cut the excess off. And now for the final bit of fun with this lovely piece of jewelry. Let me use these ones. Now the idea is, guys, to get this into, there you go, come on, righteous. See, and that's it right there, because I'm looking at this. And you know what? You see, if I do it on one side, I won't be able to, I might be able to do it on the second side too. Well, let's just see. Let's just see. Yeah. Let me see how I feel. Yeah. I think I'm okay with that. Definitely think I'm okay with that. And so the next thing I want to do, am I going to need more than one jump ring? Maybe not. Let us see. Okay. So these are some of my larger open jump rings. And again, we see that the fat fingertips are retaining their problematic nature. And then, where is it? Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I get quiet when I'm focusing. Yeah. I get quiet when I am focusing. So now for the piece de resistance. Okay, so remember I told you guys that you could squeeze the wire guard. Okay, so they are flexible enough that I can squeeze them by hand. Yeah, because, hold on. Here you go. Here you go. And so we have my first necklace. Let me put it out here so that you guys can see it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, and so that is it. I made the necklace, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what the completed set looks like. So right now I have the bracelet and the earrings on a card, and so I'm going to take them out, and this is the complete. So we have the earrings here, we have the bracelet, and we have the chain to match. And as I said, the chain is perfectly fine how it is. I'm just saying that I might probably get some pendant and attach a pendant to it after the fact. Or I might just leave it as it is. Okay, so again, my apologies for the length of the video. It's the first time I'm making a necklace, and so it is what it is, but I will definitely be seeking to improve my time. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.